Hello and welcome back to another building video. Today we are going to be building Lockjaw for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Now, probably at one point in time he came with instructions, but this new one probably does not, so we're just going to clip this body away first. I'm going to maintain these videos for building things, but it's only going to be for things that don't have instructions. So it's going to be for Marvel Crisis Protocol miniatures. It's going to be for Infinity miniatures, and then anything else that decides to come out without instructions anymore. So probably Shatterpoint is also going to not have instructions. Probably any Fantasy Flight game is going to not have instructions anymore. So as we're going through this, we're just cleaning up those little sprue marks there. Get our glue here. I use the Tamiya Extra Thin pretty much for all my model building. But we're also like not just going to be just building. I know the last couple of videos have been building stuff. But that's gonna change. We're gonna go back into painting, don't worry. I have a new project I'm starting for 40K. We still have all those models that we built already to build for, to paint, so we gotta like do all that stuff already. So we got a backlog of things to paint. Also bought a new spearhead. I bought the orc, the Iron Jaws spearhead, because it always happens. I always get back into orcs for some reason. They always pull me back. So it's a little messy down there. We can clean it up with the brush. Okay. So now we have, these are the back legs. If you know anything about animal anatomy, you can see that these are the back legs. And they're already in one piece, so that's cool. We don't have to build legs, which is good. The reason we are building Lockjaw is going to be for our Sentinels. We are going to be running Sentinels and Avengers in my list now. So Sentinels only move slow right now, but Lockjaw teleports people. So he's going to be very useful in helping me get my Sentinels to objectives. At least until next year, which I don't know if you guys are following Marvel Crisis Protocol much, but they announced next year they're coming out with Nimrod and a bunch of other Sentinels to add to the Sentinel army, which is cool. I'm really excited for it. I like Sentinels a lot. But for now, we're gonna have to build Lockjaw and we're gonna paint him like a Sentinel. Maybe do some modifications to him to make him look more Sentinel-like as well. I haven't quite decided yet on that, just because I can't find my bits from building the Sentinels back in the day. Because I would like to do a head swap, because I think there's an extra head in there, like a damaged head. So I would like to do a head swap to a Sentinel head, like the Sentinels decided to build Lockjaw as a Sentinel. Because I think they had done like Cyclops ones and stuff like that before. But we'll see. And I think also for my Sentinel list temporarily, until the more Sentinels come out, obviously, I'm going to put Venom in there just for some more movement and ability to have threat on the board. I would want like Cyclops would be cool, because I do like Cyclops right now. It's pretty cool, but he's also he's a leader. And the way how the points work is they're kind of balanced around their point costs, and it includes the leadership ability, right? So if I'm not using him as a leader, it's kind of pointless to have him on the team, because that's like a point that is not really worth it. So we're cutting all these like little tongue and stuff off of here. So we're gonna clean that headpiece. So far it's been pretty straightforward. You guys should be able to follow along at home really well. Got the headpiece, and we're just gonna clean that off. But my brother had a cool idea for that though, is like make the leadership abilities like a card, like how the stones are, the infinity stones, and just make it be like, oh hey, I'm playing Avengers, so I'm gonna use this Avenger leadership ability to do this. And then like you have characters that are eligible to be leaders, but you're not stuck in with having the point costs be associated with the character if you're not going to be using him as a leader. Because if I just want to play Cyclops in my list or whatever, whoever, Captain America, but he's not a leader, I'm not using him as a leader, then that's all that wasted space, you know? Just a thought. I mean, I think it's cool to think about these kind of things and, you know, kind of float those around. And that way you can make your characters, and it's just like, you know, like the leadership ability costs points, right? So certain leadership abilities cost more than whatever, and then they can be equipped to, and I say who they can be equipped to, maybe, who knows? It's not for me to decide. But, and then we got the last piece right here, his little Black Bolt piece. But then you can equip it to a guy, and then it takes him from a 3 cost up to a 5 cost now. And then it's kind of back where it was, but you also have these characters that are a lot more usable now because you've freed up the points to be used for other things. Okay, let me see. How does this go? Assuming the kind of slants, I'm gonna think that goes backwards towards the head. I'm gonna guess. And we'll know when it goes in there if that's correct or not. I'm gonna go with no. We're gonna put it, yeah, so it goes with the slant the other way. So it's slanting this way into his head, right into that little slot up there. Does he only balance on his foot, his 1 foot? That's it. And we'll take his base. Now for hooking them to the base, we use super glue usually, just because, especially if he's just on the 1 foot here, it's gonna be a problem. I mean, I think maybe it goes on here too a little bit, but we'll take our super glue. First of all, we'll close this so we don't get any super glue in it. So we'll take our super glue, put it on his foot here. If it wants to be good, if it does not, you gotta pop off all this glue that hardened on here. And then we'll put some glue on his foot here, and some on his like hand here. We're gonna take our Instaset spray it on the base, And then we're just going to put his foot in the base. Let it sit for a second. And he should be glued. So that's all that is. So I guess his hand doesn't touch. We're gonna get a really old brush here and just kind of sweep off that glue. And there, and that is how we build Lockjaw for Marvel Crisis Protocol. I hope you guys are liking the content. I know I missed last week, I was on vacation, but we're back. We're gonna try to start pumping out some more painting videos, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.